this is a list I have been waiting a little bit to do because it was top heavy the last time we did it, and there were some, like, you know, fillers at the bottom of the top 10, but now this list is so good that there are great cards that are missing the top 10, so I had to get this running back list updated for you guys. But if you guys enjoy top 10s like this, I do them for every position. I do gameplays and all the new cards. Make sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe if you're enjoying the content, and let's get right into number 10 here. If you are looking for cheap, fast Madden coins to build that God Squad you always wanted, head over to my sponsor, EasyMut, and use code SHOE for 5% off your order. The link is in the description. I will say at number 10, Ricky Williams did beat out a couple cards for me, and the couple cards are going to be some ones I know a lot of people are going to be worrying about. And yes, it was Saquon Barkley, a big name right there, and also Dre Archer. The reason why I like Ricky over those guys is Saquon would be the only 93 speed player on this list, and the Zero Chill team isn't really, you know, moving people anymore. It's the Ghost team now. It's not the Zero Chill team. So I don't really value that too much anymore. And Ricky, obviously, 95 speed with Dre Archer. That was his only cool thing now, and there's other people that are 95 speed. But moving on to our actual top 10, Ricky Williams right here, 94 speed, still really solid in the game when you come with great stats all around. He has 93 carrying, 80 catching, 94 change of direction, and obviously great trucking and right tackle. I will say Ricky Williams is 230 pounds, but he kind of feels weird out there being like a smaller power back. Like, for example, like Payne Hillis is like another really big running back. Ricky Williams doesn't look that big, and I swear he doesn't fall forward as much as the other guys. And honestly, I will say this is probably one of the more disappointing cards I used on this list. I did have mine all the way up to 96 speed. I don't know. Ricky Williams was cool. He was cool. I had him up to 97 speed because I ran 50-50 plus a strat card. He does get running back apprentice, which is really nice, but at the end of the day, there's really nothing crazy moving him over because he is a little bit on the smaller end. He is kind of thicker, so he's not wiggling as good despite having good change direction, but at the end of the day, still a good card. Definitely makes the top 10. And at number 9, we still have one of the more forgotten cards. I don't know if I want to say forgotten, but more expensive cards that kind of went back up in price, so nobody really touched. But this CMC is still a dog. 94 speed, obviously the tide with that Ricky Williams we just showed you. He has great excel, great agility. The carrying on him, too. They gave him a 95 carrying, and then obviously the catching at 85 is really nice to see. That's another threshold right there. Despite, I mean, we're all using Gift Raptor, right? You're going to be catching the ball anyways. But 95 change of direction on a guy that is 200 pounds, 5'11". CMC moves like butter out there. That's what I loved. And also, he is one of the best route runners when it comes to running backs as well. 85 short route running. Like I said, hitting a nice little threshold right there for all Madden. And then we come to abilities. Both probably the two best abilities in the game as a running back, besides like the X factors, right? Jukebox, obviously amazing for one. Running back apprentice, obviously amazing for one. These are probably the two best abilities, no matter how you play your running back. And CMC, like I said, great receiving back, good running the ball as well, because how shifty he is. Got to make the top 10 somewhere. We move to number 8, and this is another one. I feel like everybody kind of uses like the same running backs, and it's a lot of the guys at the top of the list. This is another one of those guys that you just rarely see out there, and I don't know why, because he does get an X factor, as I'll show you guys right here. It does start on. I think you could definitely argue him a little bit higher. I think if you are going for X factors, though, there are much better options out there, because I think the top guys are obviously faster and just better overall cards. But Barry is still solid, right? 94 speed, great agility across the board. For some reason, they gave Barry 89 carrying as well. I know that's not like terrible. It's not like CJ2Ks or Dre Archers, but it's still not like, you know, what Barry should be for being one of the best running backs of all time. He does have solid catching as well, and then obviously you see it right there. 97 change direction, 94 break tackle. He is amazing at swerving. This is a card that actually, when I got to use him, I loved him because you could actually play on conservative with him because how good his change direction is, and also the break tackle, and you could just literally play with the left stick all game. And his abilities are pretty good as well. Running back apprentice, jukebox. You're not really using human joystick because he already has 97 change direction. But running back apprentice and jukebox, like I said, probably the best abilities for a running back in the game. Definitely a solid card right here. I don't know why I'm saying solid. All these cards are amazing on the top 10. We move to number 7, and this is probably the hardest card on the list to rank because he is a one that I feel like the skill gap is really large with this card. You got to be good for CJ2K to be good, right? Like, you can't just place this guy on anybody's scheme and he would dominate, right? Obviously, he has some risk to him, 80 carrying, but you are getting the fastest running back in the game, tied for the fastest card in the game with Zay Flowers and also Calvin Johnson. But you can see 96 excel, 94 agility. He does have 80 carrying. I will say, I got to use this card for a while. If you guys remember, I used him in a gameplay, kept him that entire stream. I sold him, bought him back, and then I used him for another like 2 streams in a row, which is like I would say like 20 games with Chris Johnson, 0 fumbles, by the way. I never played on conservative. I wanted to see if he'd fumble, and he never did. So I was actually surprised by that. I don't know if it's because I was avoiding hit sticks. Like I said, it might be a skill gap thing where you have to avoid certain hit sticks, but I definitely took some, and he didn't fumble. 95 change of direction, though, is ridiculous. I know, a 5'11", 203-pound, 96-speed running back, and he also gets solid abilities. I remember I was using the jukebox on him. I would have loved running back apprentice, but jukebox on a guy this fast is glitchy, man. If you want to go see him dominate, go watch that gameplay back, because that was one of the most fun ones I've recorded. Number 6, James Cook finally gets his respect in Madden. This card is very good, and this is where I feel like the running backs start to get really, really elite. It's crazy that James Cook is even this far. But also another reason why Dre Archer didn't make the list, for example, is like this card has the same speed as Dre Archer. Remember, Dre Archer is only good at one thing, and it's that he has 95 speed. James Cook has 95 speed and good stats across the board, so just wanted to dabble back on that. But going back to our number 6, James Cook does have a 96 agility. He obviously has really good catching, too. 88 catching is ridiculous. 94 change direction, 94 break tackle. He is actually really, really good as a receiving back. He's a better CMC. That's what you want to call him. And he's also taller, which I do think height is really good when it comes to throwing the ball. If you're a big passer, high balling wheel routes, as you guys know, wheel routes dominate man coverage this year, or even throwing the ball over linebackers on like angle routes and whatnot on high balls, James Cook is going to dominate. I actually do not remember. Okay, yeah, I was about to say, I don't remember what abilities he got. I knew he got jukebox. I didn't remember if he got running back apprentice, but he does get backfield master, which is cool. But for 2 AP, you're probably not using that. Probably just a jukebox guy, but I played against this card plenty. He's a dog. He's definitely not fun to play against. Now we move into our top 5, and this is a card I did a video on yesterday. You guys saw it, LaDainian Tomlinson. This card is a dog, an absolute beast. That was probably one of the more fun gameplays I recorded. Big plays all over the field. But LT does come with crazy speed, crazy excel. Him and James Cook are nearly the same card, right? They both have the exact same carrying. He is a little bit worse in the catching, and also I believe he is a little bit... Oh, no, he's actually a better... Wow, I didn't even realize that. I swear it was like the same thing as James Cook. He has 91 short hour earning. So that obviously helps my case of having him at number 5 and James Cook at 6. But the reason why I truly had him at 5 and James Cook at 6, despite not knowing the short earning, is this right here. He has a built-in 0 AP Energizer X Factor, and you're probably like, why? It's a 1 AP ability. Who cares about that? That ability sucks. Trust me, boys, this play will save you. It literally saved me in the gameplay twice, by the way. If you go watch that video, literally, I juked out like 3 people. You normally die of stamina, right? You're huffing and puffing. You never make the touchdown. Yeah, trust me, when it's there when you don't think it's going to be good. I promise you it's amazing. He also does get running back apprentice and jukebox for 1. LT gets the best abilities, a cool X Factor for 0. Yeah, this dude is a dog. Best short route runner in the league, or in the game as well. Definitely a card that I kind of want to pick up and run that AKA theme team. I'm not going to lie to you. Now we move over to number 4, and another one that I feel like is really, really hard to rank because obviously he gets every theme team, and if you can max him out to get that 97 speed, he is obviously a dog. But the thing with Todd Gurley is they should have probably loaded these cards a little better. He is still 3 million coins. And obviously, you're only getting him if you're running 50 out of 50 theme team and you plan on running the ball a lot for that price, right? But 95 speed isn't cool anymore. Everybody gets it. Dre Archer even gets it. I mean, Cook gets it. LT gets it. The guys above him get it. Or actually, one guy above him gets it. But Todd Gurley... yeah, there's really nothing special on him. No X Factor built in, but still he's a good card. Like, if you compare him to the cards right next to him, he's still a good card. I just think he should be much higher on the list for especially what you got to do and pay for him. But 94 carrying is nice. He does get 93 change of direction. Great break tackle. The 70 catching is annoying, but at the end of the day, you are using gift wrapped. But if you come down here, another negative holding Todd Gurley back, 70 short running. But like I said, no special X Factor, but he does get 2 discounted ability slots, so you can run 1 AP Jukebox and also like Backfield Master, or if you wanted to use the 1 AP Armbar as well. I would have loved to seen 1 AP Running Back Apprentice and 1 AP Jukebox. But like I said, Todd Gurley, he is tall. I like passing out the backfield of tall guys, but he doesn't have the best route running catching stats. He's a weird one, man. He's definitely a weird card. I feel like Todd should have been much better, but still a top 5 running back, no matter how you want to put it. Now we move over to number 3, and this is another one of those cards that obviously get an X Factor, but the one thing with Michael Vick holding him back from being higher on the list that I think a lot of people would probably put him up there is that not only does he get, like, well, he does get the X Factor, right? But his does not start on, which is annoying. You guys got to remember, we are playing, like, most people I would say that watch my videos and also play Madden do play All Pro, if I had to guess, and those are 4-minute quarter games, and you're just not getting it as long as you would with a guy starting on. Like Payne Hillis, I believe, gets it on starting on for 6, and you can turn it right back on. Derrick Henry gets it on starting on for 8 plays, I think. It's crazy, man. That's not what I'm saying, but he still does get it, so I still got to value that into his kit. And he also right here, another thing kind of holding him back. Yes, Energizer for 0 is cool, but I would have still loved to see Jukebox or Running Back Apprentice. These abilities are just absolute garbage right now in Madden, but you know, it's cool to still see a Michael Vick running back. 95 speed, 96 excel, 95 agility. They gave him better carrying than Barry Sanders as well, which is insane. They both got dropped on the same day too. 84 catching, 93 change direction. If you come down here as well, great route runner, 88 short route running, 91 deep route running. Don't know when you're ever going to use that as a running back, but it is there. Michael Vick's definitely a top 3 running back. I just wish his X Factor started on. That would have made him even better. Number 2, Derrick Henry actually fell from number 1 to number 2 for me. And it actually, the MCS, so as you guys know, the Madden competitive series where all the pro players play, that actually helped me move my rankings, and also my personal opinion on Peyton Hillis also moved that as well. But if you guys saw, the MCS posted all the top 4 players left, their favorite card, and 3 of the 4 posted Peyton Hillis. But if you watch the MCS, they didn't use Peyton Hillis. They were all using Todd Gurley. It's because they agreed. They all had like a gentleman's agreement not to use him and use the X Factor. So no X Factors were allowed in there from a gentleman's agreement. So yes, you didn't see no Derrick Henry. You didn't see no Peyton Hillis. And that's why you're seeing, you know, Todd Gurley in that MCS series. So I just wanted to clear that up. But that's a big reason why I do got Peyton at 1 and Derrick at 2. As you guys know, Derrick Henry was probably number 1 at the time for me as well, because the Zero Shield Strat card. Obviously, the Ghost theme team is still very, very good, but I don't base on theme teams. The Strat card is gone. So he's just 94 speed, right? Base 96 Excel is really cool too. But there is some things with him. He does get the X Factor turned on, starting on, like I said, if you go over here, 8 plays starting on. And also you can turn this on. So I think it's actually 10 plays, yeah. It is actually 10 plays. But the one thing with Derrick Henry is he's the only card in this list that does not get the good juke move. The good juke move is the best thing in Madden this year. It can turn like a bad play into a touchdown. It can turn a mid play into a touchdown at any time. He is the only one that doesn't get it. And I will say Derrick Henry with an X Factor probably falls forward the most. But as you guys know, without the X Factor, he's hard to keep on the field. He really, really is. I mean, he doesn't fall forward as crazy because power backs just aren't good without, like, crazy X Factors this year. And like I said, you can't juke. But at the end of the day, I still have to have him here because he does have it on for a lot of the plays. And it starts on for 10 plays. I mean, 10 plays of OP-ness. He's got to be here. He got to be. Number 1, there's a reason why Peyton Hillis is still sitting at $2 million. He's the most expensive running back in the game besides Todd Gurley, who's the Team Diamond Master. Peyton Hillis, like I said, a lot of people's favorite card. He is a power back, right? But as you guys know, to get the fast juke, you have to be 246 pounds and under. He is 240. So not only is he a great juker, right? He gets the good juke, but he's going to fall forward because he still weighs a lot. He is also tall, so he's going to be great in the passing game. He's 6'1", and he also gets 84 short route running. They gave him great catching stats. You can see 86 catching, great route running, good height. He's going to fall forward. He gets the good juke. He starts on with the X Factor, and he also gets better abilities too. If you come over here, he does get running back apprentice, which is one of the best in the game. This dude is a dog. I mean, Peyton Hillis, he's got to be number 1. I know it sounds biased because I'm a Browns fan, but like I said, I even got the MCS info as well. They all put him as their favorite card as well. They even had a gentleman's agreement, so they didn't have the most broken card in the game because they wanted to take out the X Factor RNG. There's a reason why everybody's paying a lot of coins for this card. It's not because of Browns theme teams. Trust me, there's like none of them. I run one myself. Peyton Hillis is the dog, dude. He's the best running back in the game, no question. Boys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to comment down below which running back are you rocking right now on your God Squad, and make sure to also comment down below which top 10 do you guys want to see next. I know I have to update a couple of them next, so let me know which ones you guys want, and I'll see you guys in the next video. We got some Team of the Week content tomorrow, boys. I'll see you guys there. Peace out, boys.